Alright, so for those that haven't seen this before, this is Griftlands. It's currently in alpha on the Epic Game Store, and this is a sponsored segment for that. We played it for like 2.5 hours yesterday. Yeah, okay, there's my run. Sweet. So this is the genre of this is a deck building roguelite, which for those that aren't familiar with that term, what it means is the actual gameplay when you are like fighting or having discussions with people plays out through a deck of cards. And then the thing that I really like about Griftlands compared to a lot of the other things in this genre that have existed in the past is this game has a full RPG mode. So the character that we're playing right now is Sal, who is a kind of bounty hunter slash enforcer. And the way that we've built our character for this run is we've been mostly combat focused. One of the other things that this one does different from other things like Slay the Spire and things in this genre is you have two different decks. So we have a battle deck that currently has 36 cards in it, and then you have a separate negotiation deck. We've not done a ton of negotiation. We'll probably do a little bit more of that with the other character to see what that looks like. So we're on day 3, and it says we're 40% through, so we'll probably finish this one up today. Took us about 2 hours to get 40% through yesterday. Where do we gotta go? Let's go to the market again. The market, one of the things that you do in this game, I don't think we went to the market at the end of yesterday. Sweet. So one of the things you can do, similar to Magic, smaller decks by taking bad cards out of your deck is good. So once per day, this merchant you can pay them to remove a card from your deck. What do I want to trim here? I actually like a lot of the cards in here. I think we trimmed all, we had been trimming elbows. I think we got rid of all of those. Yeah, most of our cards are pretty good. I'm gonna get rid of Fight Dirty. Getting 1 of 3 at random isn't particularly great. You can also buy cards to add to your deck. The character that we're playing has a focus on putting bleeds as a mechanic on our opponent, so we have a lot of cards that do extra things when our opponent is bleeding. So I think I'm gonna grab another Lacerate here. We actually have a few copies of this in our deck already. Kidney Shot is amazing. What is that? What does Kidney Shot do? Apply, Stun, Expend. That is pretty good, isn't it? Stun, can't act this turn, and Expend means that this gets removed from our deck for the rest of the battle. Yeah, that seems great. And you can see here, when you mouse over some of these things, there's different, like, this tells us we could go here for a mission, but this mission is negotiation focused, and our character doesn't really do the whole talking thing well. So we're gonna go back to the Grogan Dog. Fish looks worried, but you'd be worried too if your bar was smoking. Alright, Fish. We have a problem. Oh, also, if you weren't here yesterday, this character's name is Fish, F-S-S-H. It's Fish missing an eye, because she's a fish missing an eye. It's really great. We have a problem. Some of the supplies need to finish this up are contraband, apparently. I see where this is going, but I don't know how to stop it from getting there. You want to be gently shook from your slumber by a new assassin each night? I need you to head down to the docks and grease the wheels, or I'll never get it done. Feel free to take my bouncer with you. Might need some convincing. Nah, I don't think we need the bouncer. We'll be okay. It's dark when you arrive. The docks should be closed, but they shimmer with activity. It's not long before you spot why. A ship from the Rollock is moored in the harbor. No doubt there's a quarantine in place. The guards on duty approach you. Show yourself. This game have a story, or is it brand new every playthrough like Slay the Spire? Yeah, so there's an actual story that you go through, and you make different decisions through the story as you play the story that unlock like different paths or different interactions with different characters, Dwight. And then each individual character has its own storyline that you can make different decisions in. Right now, there's 2 characters that are fully developed that you get when you buy it, and then there's a third one that they're currently still working on, and they plan to add more characters as they go. You're currently on your 2nd playthrough, and each playthrough has been super different. Yeah, not only are like there different storylines that'll be different, but like the way you build your deck and your character will be different too. Howdy, officers. It's just me, your friendly neighborhood hunter. The dock's closed especially to you. We got a shipment, and I bet you'd hate to be the one to test its quarantine. Sorry, Switches. It ain't nothing personal. You're just in my way. Alright, so this is how combat works. So combat in this game, you have 3 actions per turn, and your cards cost 0 or 1 actions, and they do different things. It's +2 damage for each card played this turn. Summons a prototype drone. Yep, let's get my drone out. You can see here above my head, it tells me I'm going to take 8 damage from a guard. So if I can apply a defense card, that would be ideal. So this card is free to start, so let's start with that. What kind of bonuses does this have? Gain 2 power after an attack does damage. The first time it takes damage each turn, they gain 2 defense. So this puts a bleed mechanic on them, so bleed does damage to them at the start of their turn equal to the bleed count, and then the bleed count is halved. So you usually want to play a bunch of cards that stack up bleed. So I think I'm going to go ahead and apply defense here, so we get 4 defense towards this 8 damage. And then this is free. So we'll play this out. So that gives us 7 defense. We're only going to take 1 here, and then I've got 1 action left, so supplies a bleed for each card played before it in the turn. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll do this and stack their bleed up real high. You see they're up to 13 bleeds, so they'll take a bunch of damage. I'm out of actions for the turn, so we just get to go ahead and pass here. This is my Shrooglet, my trained Shrooglet named Hooglet. He's my pet. And you can see here, a bunch of my friends are about to take damage. You can see where their damage is going to be coming from. This guy's about to try and, like, mess all of us up, huh? Where did his bleed go? Did he do something to replace... Oh, bleed 6 still. Yeah, okay. Missed it in the middle. Alright, so what are we doing here? Gain 1 power. Gets destroyed after a use. I probably could use that here. Power gives us extra damage. Their guys are pretty tough. Put some defense here and heal 1. Bleed 3 and then deal damage equal to the target's bleed. Yeah, so we'll do this here, which will put their bleed up to 10. And then we'll hemorrhage them, which will deal 13, plus give them 13 bleed. So this one's going to go down real soon here. You can see this character has a panic bar. So this card will panic when it receives 7 more damage. So it'll basically tap out of the fight and be like, no, please don't kill me. So then he'll give up here when he takes the bleed damage. And then we'll have to work through these 2. They destroyed my drone, chat. That is an RPG. Yes, if you don't kill all their friends fast enough, they do rally. Yeah, let's use my rocket launcher and kill that guy before he pops back up. Let's kidney shot this guy to stun him. Cleave, and then this is free. Our pets are fighting, chat. Yeah, my character, the way we've been playing in this run, we've been killing all of the opponents unless they have some information for us or something. Now this is a Pokemon battle. It is kind of like a Pokemon battle, isn't it? And then these are all cards. This gets destroyed after I use it. I don't really need a boost right now. I feel like we're going to end him just fine. We'll just end here. So our deck over here still has 10 cards left in it. When your deck runs out of cards, your discard pile shuffles back over, similar to kind of deck building games. If you ever played any of those in paper? All right, so they're at 28. This does 9. Oh, let's rummage to start. This draws a card and discards a card. They're at 28. This does 13. This does 9. So that's 22. Can't quite end this. Oh, and then this is free, right? Okay, so we'll discard that. Oh, I have to discard a card. Do I have to discard a card for that? Let's find out. If I don't have a card to discard, can I play this? I'm not sure. Sweet, and then the bleed's gonna kill this guy. Cobb hates you. You've incurred his fury and will likely face consequences. Yep. And again, like, when you kill certain people or piss certain people off, Clove hates you. Sweet. For the rest of your turn, your attacks hit all enemies. Huh? Oh, this has replenish. So, one of the things I really like that this game does is, we talked about how in these deck building games, it's usually strategically optimal to have your deck be as small as possible, but this game has a mechanic called replenish, like this card has, where it's always right to take this card, because until you're ready to use it, it has replenish, where when you draw this, it draws another card with it. So it doesn't really take up a spot in your hand, because it always replaces itself. That one doesn't have replenish, but it's super powerful. And then here, you'll notice a lot of our cards, actually we don't have too many, a lot of our cards are upgraded, but every card has a dotted line on it. Every time you play a card inside of combat, the line goes up by 1, and then when it hits all the way here, you get to upgrade your card. So either gain 5 defense or gain 5 heal 4, or gain 3 and it's free. I think I'd rather make it free. Hemorrhage. Whenever you apply a bleed, heal 1. I think I'll take another hemorrhage. You make your way onto the deck. You come across an officer neck deep in debate with the Jakes. You catch the glint of a small box from your eye as a pile of contraband you recognize as the good fish needs. I don't care what schedule you're on, that ship stays in quarantine. I got other ships to unload. What am I supposed to tell them? That they should delay the auction because their goods are held up? You let more ships in, and that's exactly how infection spreads. Or are you too much of an ignoramus to follow? You figure this is a good time to break the tension. You offer to attack them. You pull the Sevador aside for quick private chats and throw the course of action. The clerk is suspicious. You want this switch gone? I can handle that for you at a discount even. If I start putting switches in the ground every time we disagreed, I'd be locked up. If you want to help, do it graciously. Alright, so my character's mostly not been talking as a thing. We've not been... She has a lot of resolve, and I only have 17, so let's just grab the package and break for it. Where does she think she's going? You pick up a package and hold it behind your back. Pretty sure that box has explosives in it. Hey, we can see what you're doing. You make a run for it. It's the perfect crime. You almost make it when you hear the gurgling from across the bow. A hulking beast heaves itself out of the water, shaking droplets off that sizzle on contact. With a quick glance, and Cat Dive both dive overboard to avoid the beast. It turns its attention onto you. Perfect. What on God's green earth are these things? Life Pact. Brings their partner back to life if they have died. Draw 3 cards, gain 2 defense and 2 counter. Yep, let's start there. Rummage, draw a card, discard a card. I don't need a salve yet. Okay, let's gear up on Hemorrhage to start. Hemorrhage says, whenever we apply a bleed, heal 1. So they're about to attack me for 3. Let's put up this and put some counter up. And then let's do this and put 6 bleed on them. This is way more difficult than last fight. So they've put Toxic Fumes into my deck. Take 2 damage. If ignited by Volatile Spark, take 10. Expend and replenish. This thing's also huge. It's got 178 hit points here. The rest of your turn, your attacks hit both enemies. That's probably good. Oh, and Bedlam's free. Okay, so let's do this. So now... Oh, this does extra bleeds for every card I've played this turn. This is probably a good time to draw 3 extras. Yeah, we need to try and get rid of both of them, right? Or work them both down at the same time. So all my other attacks are going to hit both of them. And this has had 4 cards played before it. Increase the target's panic meter by damage done, destroy after 1 use. And then let's do this. So it's going to give them both 6 bleed. I believe actions always stay at 3. I've not seen anything that gives you... There's some cards that give you extra actions, but I believe your maximum stays at 3, right? They're graphs. There's graphs that give you extra. Okay. That makes sense. The target already has bleed, apply bleed 6. If the target has bleed, cripple them. We have so many things that heal us now, it's kind of great. Our Shruglet is wonderful. There's a drone, that sounds good. Cripple, reduces damage. They're about to hit my Shruglet for a lot. I'd prefer if that didn't happen. So I've got, so these are freebies. So this and this are free, and then I get to play 2 of these other cards. So this one has bleed 5, so I probably want to hemorrhage the one that has bleed 5. Let's cripple that one, so Shruglet takes a little bit less damage. Alright, so we're up to bleed 8, so we're going to work that one out. Probably want to start hammering this one. Their life totals are about the same now, because they have life bot packs, so they protect each other. Yeah, we unfortunately don't have any defense cards at the moment for our pet. Although the pet's not taking any damage, they're going to attack the drone here, which is great. This does cripple. So is this one currently crippled? It is crippled at the moment. A pet doesn't have a panic bar. It does not. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, it is trained. So maybe it doesn't. We haven't drawn any of the negative cards they put into our deck yet, so it's probably going to happen here soon. I imagine things are going to get bad for us once that starts happening. They're about to hit Shruglet for a bunch. Let's apply 4 defense here. Oh, let's start by rummaging, because this is a free roll. This game benefit from a card command. Probably not, Dan, because the different cards, oh, I guess they have different names. Like the upgrades, I guess they have different names, but some of the cards, they get modified as you go. This is free. I have 3 actions, so I probably want to play like this, this, and this. We're going to give up the stab. Let's put defense on Shruglet. Let's put this one on Shruglet. And then this guy's already at 23, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one here, so that we can start working him down, because we ideally want to try and kill them both at the same time. The fact that these things keep spreading out their attack seems really huge for us. Do I think I need to burn another draw 3 here? I don't think so. So do I have to play this? Take 2 damage. If ignited by volatile, take 10. Yeah, it's not even bad, right? And then, like, I get to apply bleed here. And then it heals me, because I have my bonus. This one's about to go down here when we counter. Okay, so I don't think we can do 40 here. So now I don't want to do this because this is in my hand with it, right? You want to use it so it doesn't ignite. No, if you wait now, you take 10. Okay, so I want to do 2. Okay, so if it's at the end of your turn, at the end of turn, ignite all toxic fumes in your hand. Okay, that makes sense. I got it. I got it. We actually don't have anything meaningful here to play out. Does hemorrhage stack? Yeah, so bleeding stacks up. The way the bleed mechanic works is the character takes damage equal to the number of bleed on them, and then the number of bleed gets halved. All right, let's start with boosted Bedlam here. And see which one we hit. So we hit that one. And then we can terrorize this to finish it. Get that up. I want to put defense on my Shrooglet. Because I can heal myself more than I can heal him. Yep. Alright, then we can probably finish this here. Oh, I messed up. I should have. I always forget to do that. So at the end of a battle there where you have multiple ways to kill something, you should always prioritize killing them with your cards that aren't leveled yet so you can level more cards. Although we got 2 upgrades here. Apply crippled or deal more damage. Probably crippled. Draw 2 cards, expend a card. So expending a card gets rid of it until end of combat. That's probably great. Rather than draw 2, discard 2. Does it help to cast your heals before the end of battles? Or are there always ways to heal outside of battle? You only heal outside of battle at the when you sleep. So trying to heal inside of battles is ideal. We don't negotiate except when forced to, so I'm just gonna grab the shills here. Oh, and healing springs, yeah. And like none of these effects are super useful with our bleed deck we have going. Like I'm really not interested in making people panic. Discard a card, deal damage on a random card. So I'm just going to gain some more shells again. The ship's deck is covered with ichor. You gingerly pick up the package and leave before anybody shows up to stop you. Give fish the package. 1 box of pure contraband. Just wash your hands after plugging it in. Wash my hands, why? Don't worry, it's probably fine. Alright, so we can go to sleep now. What cards does she have? Anything useful? The next card played this turn gains 3 additional XP. That seems sweet. And again, this has replenish. So like it's a pretty low opportunity cost to include in the deck. Oh, it's a negotiation card. Oh, I'm silly. Yeah, whatever. You know, we don't really negotiate with this character. Your bed calls to you. As you drift to sleep, you remember fish scooping you out of the dirt and smacking the 4-man's yote on the nose right before its cold jaws could snap around your skinny wrist. That is true. Our negotiation cards need XP more than anything. We weren't very good at making friends today. We didn't make anybody new love us or like us. 5 new dislikes, 3 new hates. know, we're just out here living our lives, chat. We're just out here living our lives. Something about the sunlight here feels murky and thick like sludge tide, but there's no sleeping in. You've got to get yourself back in the Griftlands. You've already made yourself an enemy too powerful to ignore. Nothing but to forge ahead and hope you can make some allies to match. I ain't need allies. I got 2 allies right here. I got 2 swords, chat. Sounds like an average day. When you come out of your room this morning, Fish looks noticeably uncomfortable. Hey, Sal, you have a visitor? Oh?
Yeah, sure, sir.
This is a good setup you have here. Booby traps and Fish with an eye on the door. Not bad for a Derek. Nice to get you too, Dan. You want a drink? Maybe next time. Time for you to prove your worth. We got a big job. For those of you that weren't here yesterday, Nadan here usually sends us to kill people, so... You need your full attention, so come to me when you're ready to focus. You do this right, and I'll help you take down Casio myself. You better get ready for it. I've got a couple more jobs you can do to prepare. Find me when the sun goes down, and I'll tell you what you need to know. Didn't she say she had more jobs for me? Salves. Again, another replenish card, so I'm going to pick this up. Gain an action, replenish. Destroy after 1 use. Yeah, I'm just going to grab these replenish cards so they can be useful later. This game has consequences. Must be a video game because real life sure doesn't. Ain't that the sad truth? Investigate a wilderness location for signs of illegal activity. Has offered you a reward to rescue someone from bandits. Mercenaries. Yeah, Hooglet loves us. Let's investigate bandits, huh? A grifter saunters towards you, a scheme burning brightly in his eyes. Rook. Hey, this is what the other character, right? Greeting, friends. Your timing is excellent. I have a business offer for you if your blades are for sale. They might be. What's the scam? Ain't that the simple protection job? Yeah, this is the second character. You see, I'm being tailed by an assassin. You seem pretty relaxed for someone who's got a tail. It's not the first time. They're about to catch up to me. I'll give you 300 shells if you back me up. Yeah, let's do it. Excellent. Here's your pay. Hang back and look intimidating, would you please? Sure enough, soon a lone figure approaches. Alright, friend, that's close enough. You're going to pay for what you've done, Rook. Hey, Juju, thank you for the 4 years of support. Enjoy your castle on your plot of Hooglandia. Thanks for keeping me around. It's a long time. I've heard that one before. Wasn't true then, isn't true now. And now, my associate and I are going to put you down. You really don't know who you're in business with, do you? Don't know, don't care. You'll just as likely get shot in the back as whatever he promised you. And what's your offer? Stand aside or I'll bury you both. Not good enough. Rook likes us, chat! See? You didn't think we were capable of making friends. Rook likes us. We get to draw 2, and then we have to expend a card, which gets rid of it till end of combat. Hopefully won't need a salve here. Let's cripple you. Apply bleed and then deal damage equal to bleed. This is free. So I have 3 actions this turn. Draw 3 cards, gain 2 defense and a counter. That seems fine. Do I want to get Hemorrhage going? I feel like I don't. They're only attacking me for 3 and I've got 6 defense up already. So I think we just go Boosted Slice and put a bunch of bleeds on them. And then we finish on Hemorrhage to get them up to 17 bleed and deal 17. Yeah, and then they'll take 17 from the bleed at the start of their turn. It's like half dead already. You love to see it. The target has bleed, apply bleed 6. Yep. Yeah, we are like really good at combat. A lot of these combats, I bet when we get to the fight at the end of this story, we should be super well off. I could work on leveling up Hemorrhage if I don't think I need to. He's already crippled, right? Is he? No, he's not crippled yet. Alright, let's cripple him. Oh, I could have put the defense on Rook, right? Quick charge graft upgrade available. Oh, what does this upgrade do? At the start of your turn, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 2 until played. Sure. So your character has these different grafts, which are basically modifications, way to customize, and they have different effects. So like one of the reasons why our bleed build is working so well is we have First Blood, which our first attack each battle applies bleed 6, which really gets our ball rolling with the rest of our deck. So kind of customizations that matter. That our cards matter. Have our cards matter. Attack 2 random enemies. Gain 2 counter. Whenever. Yeah, none of these are very good. They don't play into what our deck's doing. Thank you, friend. I could have handled myself, but I would have risked breaking a sweat. You gonna tell me what that was all about? You can buy additional graft slots at the night market. Oh, that's good to know. For you, I assume it was about getting paid. No, for you. Forgive me, but long experience has taught me the value of keeping my secrets. Just a matter of policy. We're friendly, but not friends after all. Ain't that the truth? Suit yourself. I do, and I will. Until next time, Grifter. Rook heads off deeper into Murder Bay, carrying more baggage. Firen's family dedicated her to a cult at a young age, but she's taken it better than most. Opportunity, friend, or fanatic. You're a hunter, right? So you do jobs for pay? Not all jobs, and only for certain amounts of pay, but you got the idea. My friend Ionis was on a mission through the more rugged parts of Murder Bay, but I haven't heard from her in days. She's trained in combat. It's hard to believe miscreants managed to get the jump on her. But she's missing all the same, and I petitioned the priest to investigate it, but I'm worried they'll come too late. Will you look for her? Sure. It's a huge release. May your path follow the shallows. Iona's trail leads you here. Judging by the print, she's likely lost her footing in a scuffle with bandits. You spot the telltale signs of a kidnapping and follow it off the trail. You hear voices and melt back into a bush like a stalking yote. And to your surprise, you don't find a bandit cap, but rather the Admiralty with shoulders as stiff as their collars. It's nothing personal. I don't really want to hurt you. Not the least, because it would pit... Not the least, because that would really piss in Hess's waters. We just have a point to make. The spree Do this to travelers all the time, but the Annex can stop it. You choose your path, soldier. The cult will hear of this, whatever you do to me. Sorry to say, that's the idea, pal. They'll just think it was the spree who did it. And see, again, you get decisions to make. I can choose to threaten them, or I can choose to attack them. We're on the never talk, always punch plan, for sure. Hit all enemies, and then gets expended. Yep, and this is sweet as your first attack, because my graft will give all of them bleed 6, so this is my first attack. So we get to blast them all, and then they all get some bleed. Get some more bleed and some cripple. I still haven't spent any resources yet. Let's cripple. I guess he's not about to attack me, huh? This guy's about to attack me, so crippling him doesn't really do it. How do you get the pet? The night market, when you go there for the first time, you can get the pet. Just stack all the bleeds up here. And he's actually just gonna go down to white flag here on the first turn, which is sick. Oh, never mind. Not white flag, just dead. Just dead. JK, LOL. And bleed him out. Whoa, that's a lot of damage. Alright, so let's get some defenses up here. Defense 2, gain some counter. So we're gonna get to hit them all back here, which is great too. So draw 3, gain some defense and some counter. Getting hemorrhage going is kind of appealing. I'd say I haven't lost that much life, so let's just defense up here and get some more counter. My hand is so large, chat. If you kill them, they deal no damage. Ain't that the truth? So probably want to cripple this guy because he's about to attack me. Gain an action, replenish. Do I need to gain an action here? Not really. Oh, I forgot my drone. Do I need the drone? I probably want the drone. Yeah, let's put the drone out. The target has bleed, apply bleed 6. Yep. That gets bleed up to 10. Hemorrhage, give them bleed 3. And then deal damage equal to their bleeds. They're up to 13 now. This hits a random, but that's probably fine here. This is 13, and this expends. Oh, I could have discarded the 1 for value. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it. So if I do this here, this will run. Hey, Fred the Third, thanks for the 23 months. I like when they just like posture and it just like doesn't matter because we're gonna destroy them. Lucid, draw 2 cards, and then expend something. Not gonna need a heal 10 here. And let's kidney shot this guy to stun him. So we're not taking any damage now, which is great. And let's use this hemorrhage so it'll level up here after this fight. When you buy it, if you want to support my content, just make sure you click on this link to make your purchase initially and buy it through the web browser. And again here, I'm going to go ahead and hemorrhage first here, even though I don't really need to, because playing the hemorrhage lets me level it up down the line. Hey, look, another person that hates us. Just another day in the life, chat. Just another day in the life. Upgrade our hemorrhage. Apply 5 bleed. Piercing damage. Ignores block. Nah, I'd rather just have more bleed. Stack it up. Do I want some more Nashes? I feel like I don't. How many Nashes do I have? I already have 2 Nashes in my deck, and I feel like I see those often enough. They don't actually apply bleed, they just cripple if they're already bleeding, so I think I'd rather just have the shills. You start to get a reputation for violence. Yep. Who are you, really? Firen sent me. You mean Hesh sent you, thank the deep waters. Sure, fellow, whatever. You grab Ionis, remove her cuffs, and leave before anybody else arrives. You've returned. Here you go. 1 alive and, well, alive. This one leaves puddles in her footsteps, I think. I'm unharmed. Wonderful news. Thank you, Sal. Hesh's tendrils truly quiver where you walk. That's... yikes. What about my payment? Of course. Ionis loves you. You've managed to capture her loyalty. Don't waste it. Nice. Nah, I don't need biofeedback. So, red ones like this are ones where if you don't go to them right away, you lose the opportunity. You could go here to gather your thoughts and strengthen your resolve. Nah, I don't meditate. That's fine. Spar with Haikyuu to upgrade one of your battle cards. This will cost some health. Sure. Haikyuu's happy to see you. You feel like throwing down. I have a new move I want to try out. Upgrade hemorrhage. Yeah, let's upgrade the hemorrhage that still needs 2 upgrades, right? When you apply bleed, heal 1 and it's ambush, so we'll always have hemorrhage. That seems great, right? Whenever you apply bleed, heal 2. So would I rather always have it or heal more? I don't know, I kind of feel like we stay high enough that I'd rather always heal. I'd rather heal more than always have it. Yeah, we're often starting at full, I agree. Yeah, let's go to the night market. We can get an extra graft. Yeah, we have a lot of currency. I like that the characters in the market aren't always in the same spot too, which is great. I can drill you a new slot, but I'm not going to lie. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Lose 15 HP. And see, this costs us more because she dislikes us. you're under 30% health, all attacks. I don't know, those graphs are very good. We can trim another card from our deck. Is there another card that we want to remove? I'm actually not sure that there is. Do I just get rid of, like, the rooted stab? It just, like, does damage. It doesn't do anything else? So this attacks twice. So this is strictly better than this, right? Because this does 4 to 8 basically. We'll keep the Stab of Savagery because it gives bleed 2. Draw 3 cards, gain 2 counter. Rummage. Rummage is a pretty big free roll. Just like draw a card, discard a card. And this one eventually upgrades into something really slick. I don't think I need a third hemorrhage at this point. What does this guy do? Oh, he does negotiation cards. I don't need those. Alright, before we talk to Nadan really quick, I'm gonna run to the restroom. I'll be right back. Thanks for hanging out, folks. See what he's got for us, huh? Good, you're here. Hey, it's been 4 days, thank you very much. What's up, Nadan? You look happy? Is that your happy face? He is kind of smiling, isn't he? You know Olo? Name rings a bell, she's an officer. That's her. Slippery as Hesh itself, the only one person living I hate as much as Kashia, and that's Olo. But like most of her kind, she's got a big family, lots of obligations. Turns out one of her brothers is in the cult, and he's coming to town for the auction. You see where I'm going with this? I've got a big barbed hook, all I need is the worm. Kidnap Olo's brother and use him as bait to draw Olo into a fight. Kill Olo and Nadan will get you into the auction. Only there's gonna be no ransom. You're gonna kill her as soon as her face shows. You need a little extra muscle, feel free to bring along Spree. Just know that you won't be able to talk your way through any admiral with Spree in tow. Who needs to talk? I have to convince Kuga? What if I just pay him? That's 200? Nah, I'm just gonna... I can get 100, a discount with Haikyuu. I could also just, like, go do it myself, right? Do we really need help? It said 5 stars in the difficulty. Maybe we should take the help. I feel like our combat build's like really good. Yeah, I'm gonna try and solo it. You arrive at the beach where you find two admirably. There's heads hung in boredom. When is this brat supposed to show up? Should be soon, shouldn't it? High tides don't wait for no one. I want to get my plonk on. A drink that tastes like brine and leaves you feeling seasick. Olo gave us orders, and there's no way I'm going to let you bail without me. Ah, well. I'm not going down easy, you switchy. Oh, yeah. 94. Apply 2 heal. Attack damage increases by 2. Alright, so what do we got here? Let's start with the rummage. Draw 2, expend a card. I might need... Okay, so... I think we start with this. And this lets us get... Where's our drone? Okay, so... Apply bleed 2, apply... It doesn't always get the drone. I thought it always got the drone. I'm gonna burn my draw 3 here. I was hoping to find the card that does 1 for every card we played, because we're going to play a bunch of cards this turn, but that's fine. It's like casual 19 bleed on the first turn. Oh, the drone got killed. Yeah, I think you might be right. I can look at my deck, right? No, I have I have drone still. Summons a drone. Boosted hemorrhage. Whenever you apply a bleed, heal 2. You'll love to see it. Yeah, free hemorrhage from our graph there is real good. Play a bleed for each card played this turn. Okay, so how do we want to sequence here? This is fine. And then, do I want to hemorrhage first or hemorrhage after? Probably hemorrhage after. But I can play some other cards here first. So let's terrorize. And then we'll do this. And then this should be lethal, right? We do this. It hits them for 5. And then they take 15. They take 15 immediately. And then they take another 15 on their turn. Yeah, so when he takes a turn, he's going to bleed out. What have you done? Panic. Execute. Look at that. More admiralty. Well, maybe we'll have to try a run where we don't just piss off the police. Replenish, yep. Replenish our free rolls. Yep, replenish our free rolls. I think I declined to get this last time, and I think that's fine. You made a real mess on the beach. Folo is gonna know something's up. Out over the water, the light cuts away through the fog. Soon a small dinghy inserts itself on the shore, and out of it steps a Crawdressy dressed in flamboyant finery. Folo quickly takes the signs of combat, and his face creases in growing panic. But when he spots you, his demeanor changes to reflect his pedigree. You there, what's the meaning of this? I demand an explanation. You're gonna come quiet, or I need to remind you where you've landed. My geography has always been the best of my family. Perhaps you're the one who needs to be taught a lesson. You'll see what money can buy. We need him for bait, right? So I'm not supposed to kill him. That's like our one rule if we can get something out of them. Lucky for you, I need you alive, but alive doesn't mean the same as dismembered, so keep quiet. I'm cooperating, you win. You shackle Folo, and he falls in line behind you. Kill Olo. Olo and Folo. Let's do it. You find the Spree safe house. Folo stares at it dumbstruck. You take the opportunity to push him roughly inside. Stop manhandling me, peasant. Your criminal lifestyle choices are no excuse for poor breeding. Really? It's done all right so far. Kuga greets you, casting a disdainful look in Folo's direction. Was he like that the whole way here? We should have killed him, yeah. He is Hessian, after all. What have you heard? Apparently Olo was spitting bricks when Folo didn't show up. Ransom note should have gotten there by now. One thing, though. Word is Olo has one of those pedigree battles, so don't expect her to go down easy. Kuga begins to pack up her things, heading for the door. Wait, where are you going? Nada wants me back on the tail end in case anything goes wrong, and no offense, but it probably will. The El Dune, thanks to 11 months, I appreciate it. Do we pay them to stay? There's no downside if we lose, but it's not in character, Terran Terror. Come on now. We don't negotiate, we punch things. I'll let him go. Well, didn't realize the odds were so stacked against me here. I'd say I'm doing pretty well if you ask me. Nothing personal. You survived and you can tell me I told you so. Oh, I will. I'm gonna rub your nose in it. Folo wrestles his mouth out of his gag, bleeding smugly. Now you'll see, miscreant, no one interferes with the family. For what it's worth, I plan on having your skull preserved as a trophy. You exit the safe house, ready to face Olo. Olo cuts a daunting figure perched atop a fully equipped battle ocean. You've never seen a snail that frightening. This was a fun joke, Grifter, but all you got for yourself was a day in the company of my least interesting sibling. Hope it was worth it, because this will be a sorry way to die. She's got a pet too, she's got a slug. Yeah, I have my own score to settle, so let's just get this over with. 180 hit points and a demon battle slug. What is this thing? The ocean cannot be killed, but will hide in its shell and lose all its power. Gain 1 power till end of turn. Alright, let's see what we've got. We might need some of these Seal 10s. The rest of your turns, your attacks hit all enemies. Yeah, let's start with that. Alright, and then Hemorrhage. Sweet, this Hemorrhage is going to upgrade here. Upgrade. And then we'll do Boosted. It doesn't really matter what we discard, right? I don't have the discard card in my hand. Oh, wow. It just straight up heals back to full. That's gross. Alright, I think we Spearhead again. And then we can Boosted Nash. We do want to save some of our good cards to the final boss. You're not wrong. Hits all of them. Whoa, the Rocket Slug is good. Alright. Free Hemorrhage. Whenever you apply bleed, heal one. Yes, please. Okay, so prototype drone. Let's start with this. Gain 8 defense, replenish, apply a stun. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so let's hit the slug. So it goes into its shell. And then let's kidney shot her. And then I think I'm supposed to get the drone going. They're about to hit me for a ton. So, does Hemorrhage stack? Does anybody know? Does Hemorrhage stack? If I play this boosted Hemorrhage, will I heal 3 per bleed applied? I think that's the plan. Okay, so I've got a bunch of defense cards here, which is good. Applying bleed also heals me. Okay, they've got a lot of damage stacked up here. So let's start with this, because it's free and it draws me 3 cards. Rummage to start. So Savage Hemorrhage. For the rest of your turn, your attacks hit all enemies. Not gonna use the Serena Dirk. Alright, so am I attacking or am I being defensive this turn? I'm probably being defensive, right? It's really good, Evars. If you can, you should kill the snail this turn. No, I don't think I can. I don't believe killing the snail is an option. I can cripple the snail, though. Yeah, Hooglet might be going down, which is unfortunate. I guess I could put defense on the Hooglet. I think I just need to kill her though. Hey, Hooglet's okay. All right, so terrorize. Or makes them panic. That doesn't do anything. Apply cripple to... Alright, let's start with the Lucid Rummage. Okay, and so they're at 66. They're taking need a lot more to panic. Need 48 more to panic. A lot of these damages are coming from the slug, though, so we can almost certainly put the slug down this turn, right? I could spear to take out the slug. I don't think this gives me the bonus. Yeah, it doesn't count. The good news is she's not dealing any damage to us this turn, right? Yeah, we still got rid of its attack. If I put her... She has 10 defense right now. That's gross. Currently taking 9 from her. Oh no, chat. I think Hooglet's going down, chat. I'm not sure we can protect Hooglet. She's got 10 defense, right? Like, that's a ton. We'll defend 10, so I have to deal 28. Okay, deal 28. I guess I get to do... I guess we're gonna put a ton of bleed on her. She has 23 bleed. Is Hooglet gonna survive? I think Hooglet might survive, chat. Oh, don't hurt me. No. No, I haven't been paid to execute you. Hoja. Tan hates us. Alright, sweet. Targets all enemies with wound 2 expend. That doesn't seem very good, right? think I might pass over that one. Craft upgrade available. How many people hate us? Shouldn't most of them be dead? Yeah, I mean, like, most of them are dying. Got some solid upgrades here. Kidney shot. A free kidney shot sounds great. Apply 5. Hemorrhage upgrade. Again, I think I'd rather have the heal 2 than the always in my opener. Although I'm a little bit low on life right now, so maybe having the other one always in my opener is good. I don't think I need a third hemorrhage. We should be sleeping soon. Oh yeah, that was probably the boss, right? Olo's corpse lays in the dirt. You hear a scuffle behind you. Folo has struggled from his bonds and emerged from the safe house. Olo, no. You really should have stayed in there, Folo. Hold on, Grifter. I can see I was just a pawn. You got what you wanted out of Olo, didn't you? I can pay. I'm the favorite. My mother will want me safely returned. No one will care about Olo. What's more, I can promise you our family won't seek retribution. I've never had an entire dynasty after me. Kinda sounds like fun. I'm not saying it's personal, but I did spend time with you. I'm not saying it's personal, but I did spend time with you. Is the same ones we saw last time? Yeah. Tell him that Olo's dead. Olo is dead as you requested. Gotta say, it got a bit messy. You're not worried about the wrath of the dynasty? Do I look like I worry much? It's hard to say. Olo was no good. A dirty cop, spiteful and reckless because her parents would buy her out of trouble. Her whole brood is in Cassio's pocket. And once we deal with Cassio, there won't be anyone to protect that dynasty anymore. Thanks for your hard work. I'll send word tomorrow when it's Cassio's turn. Look at that, chat! Hey, have fun, Dwight. Somebody loves us. That's nice. Gain an action, replenish. Yep, that sounds great. Heal 10, replenish. Yep, that sounds great. Might need those for the final boss. Fish shows you to your room. Your bed calls to you. You used to dream when you were a kid, but the Derek took them right out of you and hung them out to dry in the moonlight. Look at that! No new dislikes, chat. 2 new loved. More people love and like us than now hate us today. And all the people that hate us are in the police, and our character doesn't like the police anyways. Yep, we're 80% complete, so it looks like about 20% per day. Looks like day 5's the last day in the character. Fish has been waiting for you. Natan sent word. The auction is starting. He said to meet them right away. I'll be off. Be careful. The backdoor plan, chat. We're going in. It's quiet as you approach the meeting point, but your trained eyes spot Natan crouching in the darkness, a finger pushed to his twisted lips. Be hiding from something? Admirably ambush on the far side. They're camouflaged, but not good enough. Ain't no way through that's not through them. I need you to distract them, draw them out so I can drop them. Sure. I'll distract him. You come in with blades drawn. Sound good? Be smart and careful. There's no prize for being the first one done. First one dead. You emerge through the tree line pretending to be sneaking about. You're joined by a smug officer soon after. Looks like our tip was right. Stop right there, Grifter. You're in our territory, and you damn well know it. Oh, darn. You got me. Nope. Just if you're going to pick the game up and you want to support my content while doing it, make sure you initially click into the store through my link there. Oh, Hesh, it's you. I've been looking for a chance to rough you up. So you see, everything's connected, everything in its place, and you're just in the wrong place at the right time. The Hesh are you talking about? The serpent-like hiss, Nadan slips through the shadows and eliminates Tahn's troops. Nadan leaves Tahn to you. Oh yeah, this guy hates us. You're mine. He has a vendetta. Tahn hates Sal and will always attack them. Sure. I don't need Spearhead here. Summon a drone. It sounds like Google is safe this combat. Yep. Alright, so definitely want to lacerate here. This is a free roll. Let's do this and just heal up so we can stay high. +2 damage for every card played this turn gets expended. So not destroyed, so might as well use it. Always birdie your enemies or someone else can't see. The target already has bleed applied, bleed 6. Yep. We pretty much always have bleed in our deck. None of these are very good in our build. Looks like you do know how to use those things. I picked up a couple of things over the years. Let's go before more come sniffing. Yeah, it was super easy compared to the Death Slug fight. You follow Nadan through twisting tunnels and come upon a small conjugate of Spree guarding a junction. Nadan's here. Look alive, you scabs. It's time to get down to business. We don't have time to screw around. What is this? Is this the entrance to the auction? Yeah, you go up ahead and do your business. Can I convince you to come with? I'm not going to lie, that fight took the wind out of me. We're going to hold up tight here and wait for the fireworks to start. Once assembled and make runner, their shield purses will be easy picking. Here, take this. It's a lock melter. It should open one of the artifact crates. Might be something useful inside. Why are you giving me this? If you do manage to take down Casio, remember who helped you. Don't give her a chance to get the first blow. Cut hard and fast and you'll get out of this alive. Where will you be? I want her dead as much as you do. It's why we're in this together. Once Casio is dealt with, we'll go our separate ways. I know you're not going to like to hear this, but thank you. Why wouldn't I like to hear it? Because you don't seem very touchy. I just don't make a show out of it. You're welcome. You emerge into a dusty back room of the auction house. You push some crates back in front of your entrance and take a quick look around. It seems as though you stumbled across a storage room for the auction lots. You pull out the lock melter. You have your pick of artifacts. You inspect the lock boxes and read the labels. The lock melter will only open one of them. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn. That's... Your attacks apply burn 1. The start of your turn, take damage equal to the amount of burn. Yeah, like that. That's an easy. Blast chamber installed. Yep. You open the door and slip into the auction. You sneak into the main room. The auction is starting. You can participate and maybe gain an item or hide in the shadows and hope to catch by surprise. Let's stay in the shadows. You let items pass you by. You're in this for an even bigger prize, and it isn't long before you're rewarded. You get so used to the same few oiled elbows making their bids that new movement at the edge of the room draws your attention. It's Cassio, looking none the wiser that she might be in the crowd. She's confident, her friends part to socialize the crowd, leaving Cassio's back exposed. Now yours chance. You pass through the shadows like a thread, weaving your way to Cassio's side. No sudden movements. Your blades press gently into her side, just below her ribs. I can't even count as high as the number of reasons I got for wanting you dead. But I'll still turn you into life if you play nice. I knew a grubby little bogling like you would grow up too greedy for her own good. I hate you enough to almost fall for that, but ain't nobody greedier than you, Cassio. You sold out your wit, your friends, heck, even me. You bet my contract didn't even go for a high price. You could have made more off of me as your apprentice. I bet looking at my face just made you hate your freedom a little bit too much. Seems you're not the only action on the floor. The guards pour in from the door, roughly accosting some merchants who, judging by their scars, are anything but. You've been in enough brawls to know what's about to go down, but so is Cassio. She thrusts her elbow into the crook of your blade, throwing you off balance. By the time you recover, she's got her weapon drawn. Kill Cassio. The lights go out. You hear the shouts, bangs, and sound of the great lumen tank under the stage breaking. The emergency light comes back on, revealing a ruined auction hall. Let's dance, Ilderic. Call in Naden to attack your target. Player advantage +1 action. Okay. Well, this is the final fight, right? So there's just like no holds bar. Just we're doing actual everything, right? Apply a bleed for each card played this turn. Oh, there's a hand size limit? I didn't know that. We spewed a card, chat. Improvise an item card from your draw pile. So, I had one extra action this turn because I had an extra action this turn because I had the jump start. For subsequent turns, I'll have one extra. So I assume that extra action here was the upside of not participating in the auction. Oh, I should have done this to start. That's a huge spew. Oh well. So this expends, so I think I'm actually not supposed to play this because I want to play it later when it can heal me 4, because expend gets rid of it for the rest of the battle. Is she crippled yet though? She is crippled. Probably want to let her open her anyways. Alright, 21 bleed. Let's go. Oh, she has a counterattack up. Counter 4. Oh, I can kidney shot, you're right. I actually didn't get to spend some of my actions that turn. That's unfortunate. I don't even need to heal yet. Boosted hemorrhage sounds great. Let's get this down early. Yeah, let's get the drone. Let's push cripple back up on her some more. I don't need to heal 10 at the moment. Five bleed and then apply bleed equal to damage equal to their bleed. For the rest of your turn, your attacks hit everything. That sounds pretty good. And I still have 3 actions left. I should have done this, right? Let's get rid of the bad rummage here. Oh, yeah, Vial. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and Vial. Because then I can Savage Lacerate, Hemorrhage. So put you to 16. Put you to 21. Like, she's going down real quick. Don't hurt me. Yeah, right. The dust settles. Those that took cover out of harm's... Those that could took cover out of harm's reach. Heads reappear like crabs crawling out of the sludge after the rain. Once you and Cassio threw the first blows, it wasn't long before the spree hiding in the rafters made their move, and the Admiralty closed in to finish them off. There aren't many people left standing. Never seen a knife move as fast as yours. That's good. Efficient. I got these blades with Cassio in mind. Keep them close. They're loyal and effective. Weapon like that is better than a friend. I don't know if I agree with that. You don't have to. See you around, Sal. Remember what I said. The Dan ducks out of the tent before reinforcements can arrive. You look down one last time at Cassio before taking what you need to claim the bounty. You leave her on the floor without a backwards glance.
The crowd parts to let you pass. And it's only the first of many such exits. You're a rich woman now, and you'll have a reputation to maintain. With Cassio gone, there's a yawning hole where her influence should be. You feel it tugging on you like a hook through your navel. And sure enough, the resources begin to fall into place. Fish's reputation improves with yours, but she never lets on whether she likes it. Naden wields his newfound power like a gavel, making his enemies tremble. Sometimes a coin or two finds its way to the little folks who need it. Maybe it was Naden who made it happen, but you never knew him to be loose-lipped. You stay still just about long enough to check in on those that matter, but that isn't too long. You have old graves you want to visit, old wounds that still need tending to. There's a life waiting for you in Havaria now. You just have to seize it.
New items added to the pool, the setup, and the crusher. We did two. We had to do 2 negotiations. Okay, maybe it was 3. We definitely lost one of the negotiations. We didn't lose any battles though. Bloody mess battle cards. Okay. Ooh, we got an outfit, chat. Sal the professional. I'm about 2 bad decisions away from giving up my professional wardrobe and converting to harem pants and sandals while working from home forever onward. Let's see how this plays out come a month or 3. Thanks for the 2 months, a big mood. And his username checks out with message, a big mood. Prestige unlocked. You can try Prestige 1 now. What is Prestige? Oh, there's outfits, card sets. Oh, it makes it more difficult. The default Griftlands experience, normal enemies have upgraded abilities. Okay, that makes sense. It felt easy to go through that first time. Like we like hot knife through buttered. Customize your run with a few of these. There's no repercussions from murder. Draft a starting negotiation deck of 10 cards. Oh, that's neat. Own up to 3 pets. We wanted to own a second pet. Some of these are neat. You can have a whole swarm of hooglets. Yeah. Draft your starting deck. The drafting your starting decks is interesting. You can play on different modes, basically. That's neat. Card sets. These are card sets you unlock by playing Sal. You can toggle off the ones you don't want. Oh, so these are like different cards that change. That's what those were at the end, right? So these are different cards that will be available for purchase and stuff. And you can enable or disable different sets of them. Okay, that makes sense. You can see here, so we played through our entire run, and that got us through like 18% completed. So I imagine you gotta like go through the other prestige options and stuff like that to unlock everything else. In between setting mutations and having different combinations of things, it seems super reasonable. All right.